because we all know it's boring as fuck in this house. And yeah, like what better way not to watch on Netflix? I know everybody in the world does.
How you feeling? Woo, child, tired of the bullshit. Gone, dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving, yes, Lord. Trying to get some new shit in there. Swimwear, going to the pool shit. Come now, come dry your eyes. You know you a star, you can touch the sky. I know that it's hard, but you have to try.
What's up, y'all? It's Nessa Baby back, and it's like, what's good? So we coming at you with another video on my motherfucking channel today. You know, we keeping it lit, we keeping it moving during this quarantine time. We staying busy, making videos, making TikToks. Follow me on TikTok. The top 10 Netflix shows that I personally think are worth watching, binge watching, especially during this quarantine. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all fuck with these videos, I mean these shows, or if you've seen them, you feel me? But before we get into this video, I'm gonna need y'all to do two things for me, alright? One, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button. Number two, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that subscribe button, so I'm gonna wait for y'all to do that too. So go click that thing because we only going up from her. So I'm gonna give you a minute to go do that. Alright, now that we back, let's get into this shit. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for liking the video. Like I said at the end of this video, put down in the comments if y'all fuck with these shows, if you guys watched them, your preference, like shows that y'all think I should watch, like let me know in the comments down below. Let's get into it right now. Okay. Anyways, so number one on the list, number uno, is All American. Like, whoo, let me tell you, you cannot go wrong with this show. All American, for those of you that don't know, like it's about like football and like family life situations, like it's about this kid named Spencer, and like he's from the hood and all this stuff, like his life basically, and how he moves to Beverly Hills and that changes, and then now he's moving back. Like it's a good ass show. Like it's hard to explain without giving like away like the show, because I don't like giving it away, and I'm one of those people that if you tell me what happens then I won't watch it. So I'm not trying to give you guys too much details. I'm just gonna give you the basic of it and let y'all do it. But you cannot go wrong with All American, whether you're lesbian or you're freaking straight. Like there's guys in there that are like Zam, but then there's girls in there that are like Zam. So I mean, take your pick on which one you want, but overall it's a good show to watch, not just because of the people in it, but overall like the storyline and like what it says, like it plays a lot like in the real world and like real life situations that happen and like things you got to deal with, and you know there's racism and a bunch of stuff that happens. Like pretty much everything this kid Spencer goes through on a daily basis is what the show's about, and I absolutely recommend it. Like that's my top show. Like All American is like woo up here. Okay, so make sure y'all go do that. If All American's number one, you have to watch. Like if you haven't watched it, whew, man, yes. Okay, now getting into number two, we're gonna go with Shameless. Now Shameless, I barely watched this year, and I know it's been out for like years or whatever, but Shameless is like, woo, let me tell you, this shit is kind of all over the place. Like Shameless is about like a family where like the dad's an alcoholic, and you know the mom's kind of a bipolar drug addict that kind of took off and left like the family or whatever, and there's like a bunch of kids, and the oldest daughter, like the oldest kid in general, but she's a girl, has to raise like all her brothers and sisters and like their daily lives and everything. Like it's another like everyday life thing where like a lot of their situation plays out in real life, like what it's like to have an alcoholic dad, and you know what it's like for your mom not to be there, and how the sister has to step up. It was definitely like cool to see like all like the different stuff. It's fucking hilarious, like hilarious. It's a funny show. Like there's like I want to say 9 seasons on Netflix, and then they just came out with season 10 on like Comcast or whatever you have, Xfinity, whatever it is, and then I want to say season 11 is going to be like the last episode, I mean the last season to ever do it. So yeah, that's just about to be litty with the kitty, cause yeah, I fucks with Shameless. Shout out to my motherfucking bitch, Kelly, for fucking putting me on with that shit, because let me tell you, like, without her being like, Ness, you need to watch this, Shameless is hella fucking fire, like, whoop-de-whoop, like, I would have never even, like, turned it on, like, and put it on. But once, like, I started watching episode 1, it was just, like, addicting and addicting and addicting and addicting. So shout out to my bitch. Next, number 3, alright, is fucking Wentworth, okay? So those of you that watch Orange is the New Black, which is on my list too, but Wentworth shits on Orange is the New Black, okay? Wentworth is more, like, realistic in, like, the prison sense, like, but at the same time, it's more, like, there's more shit that happens in Wentworth than, like, in, that make it, like, okay, fuck, I want to keep watching. Orange is the New Black, like, it kind of slows down and then picks back up and then slows down and picks back up. So Wentworth is about, like, it's like Australian prison or whatever. But this girl, like, she's a mother or whatever, her daughter passed away and all this stuff, she's in prison. And, like, it's basically about her life. Then she passes away and it's on to, like, somebody else. It's about, like, the whole scene, like, in prison and stuff. And let me tell you, that show is fire! Oh man, I'm telling you, I get so hyped talking about, like, the shows that I really fuck with, like, because they're literally fire. Like, I could sit there and watch, like, most of these shows, like, over and over and over and over again, because they're just fucking that good. Like, Wentworth, I forgot how many seasons there were, but it took me a while to finish it. But I was up till fucking like 5, 6 in the morning, sometimes not even sleeping at night, freaking, because I was up trying to watch it, and I was like, fuck, another one. So that one was, like, hella good. Number 4, we're gonna go with Lock and Key. So this is, like, a new show that just came out, and it's kind of like a mysterious, magical, kind of like, what the fuck is going on type, kind of like, this shit's fire. Like, so basically it's about, like, a magical house that, like, has, like, a bunch of keys or whatever, and the dad passes away and dies, and, like, the 3 siblings and the mom move into the house, and they're stuck like this. Well, the littlest one ends up, like, finding the magic key and, like, what it goes to, and each key, like, so the keys are all surrounded in the house, like, in spots you would never even think they would be there, or, like, could see that they were there, but each key is, like, magic for different things. Like, I don't want to give too much away on, like, what the keys are or whatever, but each of them have, like, a different power, and then there's, like, bad guys after them trying to collect the keys and all this stuff, and there's, like, a hidden door and stuff, like, so that show's fire. That's another one that you need to watch, like, because I was, like, stuck, like, what is going on? What is happening right now? I pretty much watched Lock and Key in a day. Well, it was like half a day. So yes, that's a good one too. Number 5 is The Fosters. You can never go wrong with this show. Like, this show is absolutely amazing. LGBTIQ community. Everybody in that community has to, like, know what this is and has to watch it, but not even just them. Like, if you're straight too, you can watch it, but I'm just saying, like, the show's basically about, like, this couple, they're female, they're lesbian, end up, like, having, well, one of them has a kid, like, from the previous marriage, and then, like, but yeah, basically they're, like, foster parents, and they do, like, all this crazy stuff, and it shows the process of them getting adopted, and one of the kids is, like, troubled, like, was in jail or whatever, like, had a really fucking fucked up childhood, you know, kind of like an everyday life situation. It's about, like, the family on an everyday life situation, but they adopt them and what it's like to adopt them and all that stuff. Like I said, like, I'm trying not to, like, go too much into detail because I don't like giving away the show, but that one too is fire. You have to see that one. Like, that one's, like, a must. If you don't, like, oh, man, that one's a fucking must. Number 6 is Orange is the New Black. Now, Orange is the New Black is, like, one of the most popular shows on Netflix. Everybody fucking knows about it, but if you don't know about it, Orange is the New Black is, like, a jail scene movie where, like, this girl had like a fancy life, but then her past comes back and haunts her. She ends up getting sent to prison. Like, it just kind of talks about like her life at first and like what it's like to be in prison, and everything's kind of about her, but then it kind of like switches to it kind of being about like everybody. And one's a good show too. But with Orange is the New Black, like I said before, like it kind of slows down and then picks back up, and then slows down and then picks back up. So like try like on the slower parts, try to like push through or like skip the episode or whatever it is and get to the next one. Number 7 is On My Block. On My Block! On My Block. They just came out with season 3, and let me tell you, that shit was not as good as I thought it was gonna be. I'm not even gonna lie. But overall, like, On My Block is fucking fire. So it's about like these 4 teenagers that pretty much are like a group of friends, and they're like living in a neighborhood, and it's not the best neighborhood. And like pretty much like their everyday life and what they go through, and there's like this money and this secret that is hiding, and this money is hidden, and so they're trying to find it and all this other stuff, and people are dead but they're alive and they gotta try to find them and like all this other stuff. That's a good show too. A lot of people say that it's hard to get into, like On My Block, or like it's not interesting or like whatever, but I mean, I would say watch like the first 1-2 episodes and then see if you get into it. I mean, I was hooked like right off the bat, but I know like other people that I've talked to are like, nah, that shit's gay. Like I can't watch it. But On My Block is another one you must watch. Number 8 is Raising Dione. Now this one's kind of like goes back to like I'm not okay with this, because it's about like magic powers or superpowers, whatever you want to call them. But this one's about a little boy. Like a little baby boy. He's fucking adorable, by the way. But he basically has superpowers, and it's just him and his mom, and he doesn't know how to control or use them. Like a learning stage with that whole situation. And yeah, like it's honestly it's interesting as fuck, and it's like the kid makes it so much better because he's so freaking adorable. But yeah, so that's like another one, like if you're into like those mysterious type. For 9. So number 9 is Greenhouse Academy. They just came out with another season 2. I binge watched that on a whole Friday with my sister and her girlfriend. Greenhouse Academy was one where like it was kind of like I was bored, and it was like popped up on the popular Netflix thing, and I was just like, okay, fuck it, like I'm gonna put it on. But basically like it is about so this brother and sister have like obviously like a dad and a mom. The mom was like some famous like scientist that was like flying off to the moon. She ended up like dying, and then like they basically go to like this school that's called the Greenhouse Academy, and like it's like a fancy school for like a bunch of smart kids that are like scientists and like fucking high IQs and all that good shit. And like so basically kind of shows their journey through there, and then like what happens. Like I said, I'm not trying to give too much of the show, and I can't really say too much without giving like away a big key aspect of part 1 or season 1. But that is another one that is fire, so make sure you guys go watch that one too. So number 10 is I Am Not Okay With This. Now I'm usually not into like shows like this, but for some reason lately like they've been catching my eye a little bit more. But I'm Not Okay With This is like a girl that like she's high school. She's very different. Like she's basically like this weirdo kid that, you know, doesn't really have a lot of friends. She like finds herself doing crazy shit with her eyes. Like she basically has superpowers, and she like can't control it, and she does crazy shit with like her mind or her eyes, and she like it comes out in like anywhere at any given time. And so yeah, like it's kind of like her life and how she's dealing with it. That's another one that I kind of got into. I kind of watched it like within a whole day. And yeah, so that's another one you guys gotta watch if you're kind of into that mysterious type vibe and that type of shit. Go watch that one.